Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I know I always say this, or we always say this, but if you're new, make sure you're subscribed, and if you're not, then make sure you just pause this video for a quick second. How funny whatever I'm going to talk about, they're calling me right now. Oh my gosh, that just stressed me out. So anyways, today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's just going to be me talking in this video. Armando would be in it, but since he wasn't involved in the incident or there, it wouldn't really make sense to have him in this video. So basically today's video is me telling you guys how stressed out I've been. Literally, it's a complaining video, guys. No, I'm just kidding. Basically how I crashed my mom's car, and this didn't happen months or years ago. This just happened on Sunday. Today is New Year's Eve, so you guys will probably see this on like when it's already 2020, but this happened Sunday, so it was like the 29th or something. Not to mention though, little backstory, I had the worst weekend ever. Like, my luck with cars was just done. So prior to this, it was Saturday morning. Saturday morning, I had new tires, basically, because my back tires were getting old. I needed to switch them out. So I had new tires, got them put on at a shop, and we just continued about our day. Everything was fine. Armando and I went with the kids, went to the mall, and we just like kind of did our errands, weekend errands or whatever, and took the kids out for a while. So on the way home, it was already dark outside. It was like 8 or 9 p.m. and we're like almost like around like 4 minutes away from the house, and we hear like this loud noise, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? And well, we pull over to the side, we step out of the car, and my tire popped. Like, it was a brand new tire and it popped. I was like, how is this possible? I started stressing. I was like so worried because that's never happened to me before, but thankfully Armando was with me. But it popped, so I was like, just my luck, you know. That was the beginning stages of it. The good thing though is that we didn't need to get it towed to the house because we were literally like 2 minutes away from the whole house, like, but so we were able to drive it like that home. So yeah, that was okay. Like, that was one. Sunday morning I couldn't do anything. All I could do was call a tow truck so they could put the spare on my car, so then that Monday I could take it and get it fixed, you know, because obviously Sunday the shop was closed, so there was nothing I could really do besides call a tow truck to the house and get my spare put on. So that's what we did. Sunday morning I got that fixed. A spare was put on my car, but I had plans to go back to the mall because there was a certain outfit that I regretted not buying. So I was like, I texted my mom, I was like, hey mom, can I borrow your car until I get my car fixed? And she's like, yeah, go ahead. So Armando gives me a ride to get her car, and guys, this was like, I should have just stayed home. Armando had a game, so, and he was like, just come to my game, don't go out, just come to my game. We'll just watch movies all day. So he went to his game. He called me like 30 minutes after. He's like, hey, can you bring my shin guards? I forgot them. So I was still home getting ready. I was about to walk out of the house. So I go take him my shin guards. I stay to watch his game inside the car because Shanelle was sleeping, so I didn't want to wake her up. And we left like 10 minutes before his game was over. So we headed to the mall. Everything was fine. Like, literally everything was fine. Driving fine, everything. We went to Shanelle and I went to the mall, got our outfits. After the mall, we went to In-N-Out. By this time, it was already like 6:30 around there. So after that, Shanelle and I went to In-N-Out to eat. And we ate there. We were fine on our way home. And that is when like someone was just setting bad luck to me. They were like, you know what, you didn't have a big enough problem with car number 1, so let's give you another one. So I'm on my way home and I'm just passing a green light, and all I remember is a car hitting me through the side. Like, that was let me tell you that I've gotten in accidents before, but twice actually. But this accident was so bad, like it doesn't even compare to my prior accidents. So I've had 2 accidents, but they weren't my fault. They were like, my previous 2 accidents have been me stopped at a red light and the people behind me rear end me, like they're either on their phone, not paying attention or whatever, you know. So it was like nothing small, like it's always been like a little scratch that the rear end accidents have given my car. So I mean, it still sounds ugly when a car hits you, but this one was like something so different, so ugly. And like, it's still the noise of the car hitting our car, my mom's car, like just can't get out of my head. Like, that's how bad it was. So whatever, we're on our way home. I'm passing a green light, and this guy, I'm going straight, and this guy just literally runs his red light and hits me. And all I remember is hearing the noise, and he shoved my mom's car to the other side, which is oncoming vehicles going that way. The good thing is, like, I'm so thankful, I thank God for this, that we made it out alive, but I'm so thankful that there was no oncoming vehicles coming the other way, or else we would have got hit by another car. Like, as soon as he hit me, I didn't just stop and leave my car there, because you know how some accidents are so bad that people just leave their vehicle right in the middle of the intersection or whatever. I was so freaked out that oncoming vehicles were coming, because they were coming, but they still had a while, you know, but I could see their lights coming my way. So I just moved my car to the side of the road where we were safe. And I was even more worried because Shanelle was with me. She didn't cry, but she was like, I yelled. And as soon as I heard the hit, I moved the car. I looked back to make sure Shanelle was okay, and I seen that the side airbags had deployed, and I freaked out. That's when I lost it. I was like, oh my goodness. I started crying. I pulled to the side. I called Armando. I was like, we just got like T-boned, like, come please. And then I called my mom crying, and she was like, what happened? I was like, someone just hit me in your car. I was like, and the guy left. Well, I thought the guy had left, but turns out he was just trying to do a U-turn to come back around. So by that time, I was so freaked out. I was crying. Like, it was just a mess. I just didn't know what to do, because that was like my first really bad accident. And I was so scared, to say the least. Like, I was shaking. Like, I was just shaking and so scared. By this time, I'd pulled to the side, and I was talking to my mom on the phone, and she's like, well, call the cops, make sure you get all his information, you know. And I was like, yeah, I will. So I hung up with her. Armando's on his way to me, and then I see the guy pull up behind me. I get out of the car, and so does he, and he's like, are you okay? I said, well, you hit me on the side where my daughter was. So basically, he ran into the car on the side that was where Chanel's side was, and I was freaked out. And we exchanged information. I called the highway patrol, since it was on a highway, and they came out, and literally, I kid you not, the cop looked at us like if we were wasting his time. He literally showed up and was like, looked at the guy's car and was like, wow, that's a fender bender. Looked at my mom's car and was like, oh wow, and asked if we're okay, which is obvious, and we're like, oh yeah, we're fine, you know, because we were fine. Chanel was just shaken up, so was I, but we didn't have no cuts, like bruises, nothing. I didn't hit the steering wheel or anything. And the other guy, I'm pretty sure nothing happened. He was in a like a lifted kind of truck. So the cop was like, well, we can either file a police report, or you guys can just exchange information. And we looked at each other, and we're just like, okay, we'll exchange information. We don't really need a police report, because I didn't think we did. So the cop was like, okay, I'll call you a tow truck, and I'll just wait in my car until the tow truck arrives. So we exchanged information. Everything was good. I took pictures of my car and whatever. Guys, when I seen the car, my mom's car, I freaked out. Like, literally her side mirror is falling off. Like, it was so bad. Like, I'm gonna see if it was her car. Like, that was my mom's car, and I was freaking out. I thought I was gonna die, honestly. So we exchanged information. We stayed there, and we had to wait for the tow truck. I called Armando's parents. I was like, you know what, can you guys come pick up Chanel, because I'm waiting for it. Armando and I were waiting for a tow truck. I was like, it might take a while, and it did. It took like 45 minutes. So Armando's parents came, stood there with me for a while, and ended up taking Chanel home, because it was like starting to rain. and I didn't want to sit in a parked car on the side of like a highway. Like I was so scared. Like I didn't even want to be near this, like the street or sitting in a parked car, a fear of getting hit by another car. So I was like, you know what, just take Shanelle home and we will get home once the tow truck comes. So they ended up taking Shanelle home. Armando and I just stayed there, kind of just waiting for the tow truck, and I was still in shock. Like even now I tried to be happy, but I'm so stressed out. So I waited a whole day, which was yesterday. Like I was supposed to do this video yesterday, but I was so stressed out. I've been telling Armando, like, I'm so stressed out. I feel like I'm just getting myself sick. Like I feel so sick, and it's not because like the weather or like I have a fever or anything. It's just I'm so stressed out. Like dealing with insurances and like worrying about it. Like if it was my car, it would have been a little easier because it's my insurance, you know, but since it's my mom's, I'm not on her policy. Like it's a whole different mess, and it's just like a disaster. Like calling her insurance, his insurance, and just getting it figured out, giving statements or whatever. Like it's so stressful. I've been so stressed out. Like guys, I cannot tell you how stressed out I've been. And yeah, so finally the tow truck arrived and they towed it to my mom's house. And by the way, guys, my mom didn't show up. She was actually in Stockton at that time. She was at Walmart or something over there, some store over there, because I remember I called her and she was at the store in Stockton. So by the time she would have made it over here, like we would have been home already, you know. So the tow truck got there, towed it to my mom's house, and yeah, that night, Sunday night, it was so hard. Like all I kept replaying in my head was the noise I heard when his car hit my mom's car. Like that was like I still replay it in my head. And Shanelle's so smart. She started to cry as soon as we parked, and she seen me freaking out and crying. And to this, like, still you'll ask her, mommy crashed, and she'll say, yeah, we did this.
Why?
The car crashed at the light?
Yeah, I made this.
Oh, you went sideways like that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
This.
Oh wow. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Because the car kind of shoved us to the side. So like she's so smart. She's only 2.5, but she's so smart. She was literally telling everybody mommy crashed, and I'm just like, and the thing that made me cry even more is that she was telling me, I'm sorry mommy, and I'm just like, no, this is not your fault. Like babies are so vulnerable, so beautiful. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like she was basically telling me sorry because she thought the accident was her fault when it wasn't. A guy ran a red light, and for whatever reason we were just the ones that he took, and it was like so hard. It made me appreciate things way more, though, I will say that. Like it's so crazy how once, like, me and Chanel leaving in and out, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna go home, you know, show Armando what we got from the mall. You know, Chanel was so excited because I had bought her a glittery dress to wear for New Year's. And it's so crazy because you leave a certain place with intentions to get from point A to point B, like fine, and in a split second everything can change. Like I'm so happy Chanel and I walked out okay. Like we were okay, because it could have been a lot worse, and I'm just so thankful we're okay. But Chanel, I think she's a little I don't want to say traumatized, but I think maybe she is traumatized because of the noise, and the impact probably hit her harder than mine, since the car crashed into her side of the car. So she probably felt the hit and the noise a lot more than I did. I can say that I do have like back pain. Like my back does hurt. I don't know if it's sore still or it's just back pain that's going to stay because of it. Chanel, every time I ask her, do you have owie? She points to like her right hip area, and she says it hurts. So that is the side that the car ran into. Like that was her side of the leg that was closest to the door. And so we took her to the doctor this morning, and everything's fine. There was no bruising or anything. So they just told me maybe she's just sore. And I was okay, like, okay, so I'm just gonna stay on top of it, keep asking her every day if she has, like, if it hurts or anything. But she's walking fine and everything. I probably do think it is probably just soreness. For me, I still haven't seen a doctor. I need to get on that, but I've just been so busy with insurances calling me, like getting updates, and it's just so hard. But My mom, on the other hand, like her reaction, like she was honestly freaked out, but now like after a day, like now that it's her car, you know, so it makes it harder. It's just a mess. I think she's stressed out as well because she's kind of in the middle, you know, since she's under the insurance, it's her policy, her car, you know, and I wasn't on her policy to have the car. So it makes it a little harder because they kind of get her involved, having to speak to her since she does own the vehicle and I didn't. But prayers, hopefully that everything will be resolved. I can breathe, because I feel like in moments I feel so happy and then I feel like a weight just drops back on my shoulder and I'm just like, wait, I still have to stress about my mom's car. It still hasn't gotten resolved yet. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So like I said, it's New Year's Eve today. You guys probably won't see this until tomorrow maybe, but it'll already be New Year's. So literally I ended my 2019 with a bang, literally a bang. But I can't, like, I thought the accident I was in right now, like this that happened to me this past weekend, was horrible, but I've seen worse. Like cars flip over, like literally a car gets smashed in. Like it's like, I thought mine was bad and I know there's worse and I probably sound like a baby, but for this being like my first big accident, it's terrified me. Like I honestly feel paranoid to get behind the wheel again. Like I don't know why. It's kind of scary. You kind of start to doubt, like, oh my god, is this guy gonna hit me or whatever? And it's scary, honestly. Like nobody really thinks about how scary it is behind a wheel, because you could be driving fine but another guy around you or someone else around you isn't. They can be drunk, on their phone, not paying attention, and it's scary. Like it really is scary. So it's a blessing to be able to get home or to and from places safely. Like it really is a blessing, and it's sad because that's kind of where I'm at right now, dealing with insurances and stuff. The car is still at my mom's house waiting to get like for an estimator to come out and take a look at it. So that's kind of where we're still at right now. I know it's gonna be a while for my mom. The good thing is that she does have 2 cars, so she still has her other car, so it's not like she would be carless. And even if she was, she'd be with a rental, but still, you know, she still has her own car to get to and from places, so that's a good thing. And yeah, that's where we've been basically. Chanel's napping, so I took advantage of this time to kind of just like sit down with you guys, rant a little bit, let you guys know how I wrecked my mom's car. Well, I didn't wreck it, but it got wrecked while in my possession. But yeah, that's kind of where everything's at. So I hope this year just gets better. A start to this new year, we all accomplish our own goals. I think one of my goals, I have a lot of goals, but one of my top goals is to lose weight this year, and to eat healthier. Like so many people say, I'm going to eat healthier, and then you pull up to a family event and they have hot Cheetos, pozole, tamales, and it's like, oh, okay, about that, eating healthier, you know. So it's harder, but this year, this is my year. I said 2019 I was going to lose weight, and I did a little bit. Then I was up, down, up, down, up, down. But this year, 2020, I do want to lose weight. I want to eat healthier, just because it is healthier on you. I've noticed, like, and Armando says this too, when he eats like crap, like the junk food, like not good, he feels lazier, not happy, grumpy, moody. And it is true. I've noticed that I went through this phase this year 2019, where I was eating so good, like super healthy. I woke up with energy, like I was getting it at the gym, like like I was motivated and everything. Then I kind of fell off and started eating like crap again, and I felt like moodier, like just grumpy, you know, like I didn't have patience or anything. So this year, this is one of the many goals that I do want to stick to. And yeah, what are your goals? Like, what are you leaving behind in 2019, and what are you trying to accomplish this year? Let us know down in the comments. You'll probably see, like I said, I think I already said this, but you'll probably see this in 2020. So we honestly wish you guys a new year full of blessings. This is your blank page tomorrow, or when you guys see this, it's probably a new page of 2020. So literally give it all you've got, accomplish all your goals, speak it into existence, and go after it. Like that goes for us too. Like we have so many goals set for this year that I tell Armando, and he tells me, he's always motivating me, like this is our year. let's not like stay in the same place as we were in this past year, and let's make moves. So guys, this is your year. Go after everything you've ever wanted. Go after your goals. Speak them into existence. Work on them every day, and don't sleep on it, because anything is possible. So anything is possible. You just have to work for it. And like I said, that goes for everybody else and ourselves, because sometimes we do get lazy to film, or we do get lazy to work on our goals, or taking a nap sounds better than working on your goals. But in the long run, you'll thank yourself for working on that goal, you know? So anyways, I'm just going to leave this video here. So if you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I kind of like ranting by myself. So if you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. My name's Isela, by the way. And yeah, we'll see you guys in our next video, and Happy New Year. Bye guys.